Hi friends, today I'll be sharing thoughts with you on the post-COVID-19 era, the digital business imperative. What started about the 17th of November 2019 in Wuhan, China, as some cases of flu and pneumonia has become a global pandemic. Over 200 nations of the world have been affected and millions of people have been infected. Medical facilities of even the most developed nations have been strained. Business leaders are worried. Political leaders are troubled. Business projections have been disrupted. The pandemic has obviously put the world in panic, and there are many questions on the lips and in the minds of people. I'll try to speak to some of these questions. First, can this be the end of the world? Very likely not. The first recorded pandemic in human history was in the year 430 BC. There was another pandemic in 1350 that reportedly claimed the life of one-third of the world's population at that time. There was a pandemic in 1889 called the Russian flu, and there was another in 1918 called the Spanish flu, which claimed over 50 million people. There have been other cases, pandemics, and crises since then, but somehow the world has always recovered. So this too shall pass. The world is largely seasonal. After the rains comes sunshine, and after dark night comes daylight. But those who make the best of daylight prepare for it while it is still night. So how will this crisis affect businesses? Obviously, the immediate impact of this crisis on businesses will be very adverse. But how businesses will recover and their rate of recovery will depend on how they respond and their internal working systems. Just similar to what happens with humans. We have heard that many people contract this virus and recover based on their immunity, while those who have underlying health challenges find it more difficult to recover. In the same way, businesses that have the right internal workings will recover faster from the crisis than those who have underlying structural problems. The heat of the crisis will be felt by all businesses, but just like the same heat that melts wax, hardens clay, different businesses will come out differently. In recent business history, we know about some organizations like BlackBerry, Nokia, etc., that have suffered great loss because they failed to respond adequately to disruptive changes. On the other hand, there are companies like Amazon, Apple, Uber, InterSwitch that have made great gains in the face of disruptive changes. The COVID-19 pandemic obviously is the greatest disruptive changes of our time, and how businesses emerge out of it depends on how they respond. The need for social distancing has pushed many businesses towards digital and has placed digital strategy on the front burner. But it is important to note that digital transformation is more than a use of digital tools. As a matter of fact, digital transformation is more of a change of strategy than a change of technology. It is important that digital transformation is taken strategically and holistically. And to do this, you need to ask some key strategic questions, like why are we in business? What do we do as a business? What are our services? How do we provide these services, or how do we produce these solutions? How do we do this in the most efficient and effective way? who are our key customers. Being able to answer some of these strategic questions enables you to rethink your business in the face of this crisis. And one way of rethinking your business is doing a SWOT analysis. Yes, so many things may have changed. So you may need to check your business afresh. What are your strengths that you need to leverage on? What are the weaknesses you need to improve on? What are the opportunities you need to key into? And are there threats you may need to hinge against? Yes, digital transformation is a holistic effort, and you need to think about your business model. You need to think about your operating model. You need to rethink your distribution channel. You need to rethink your supply chain. You need to rethink your key resources. And most importantly, you need to rethink your customer expectations, because some of these things have changed and you need to reinvent your business in the face of the current reality. Like I said earlier, digital transformation is more of a strategic change. It's a change of business strategy where innovative use of technology plays a prominent and a key role. So you need to reinvent your business to create value for your customers. And in doing this, you need to give customers what they want, where they want it, the way they want it. As postulated in our digital model, successful digital transformations are centered around an inspiring business vision, nurtured by the right digital culture, follow agile and iterative process, and are driven by one or two digital technologies. So you need to look at your business and ensure you set the right business vision, build the right digital culture, that it encourages innovation, collaboration, and that is customer centric. You need to have a defined business process that encourages continuous process improvement. And you need to drive your business using technology. But we must note here that it is not the complexity of your digital technology that makes your digital transformation a success. As a matter of fact, digital transformation done wrongly can become a burden, as it can increase your cost and increase the complexity of your business. So you must be sure to apply technology rightly. Focus on creating value for your customers. Yes, digital transformation is all about value creation. You need to think how you will use technology to get feedback from your customers. And based on the feedback you get from your customers, you're able to delight your customers. It's about improving customer experience. It's about making the customer journey simpler. Digital transformation involves empowering your employees using technology. It involves staying connected with your employees, with your suppliers, and with your customers using the power of digital technology. It involves taking data-driven decisions. And most importantly, it's about creating a new future that does not have the limitations of the past. Digital transformation obviously is the way forward, but it must be done right. Another question in the minds of people is, can this crisis bring about opportunities? Yes, crisis exposes weaknesses in systems and it creates opportunities to rebuild those systems, sometimes to something better. When the Second World War ended in 1945, some systems crumbled, making way for new ones. New superpowers emerged, principally the United States of America and Soviet Union. The League of Nations gave way to United Nations, and some other global institutions we have formed like IMF and World Bank, and they have contributed in some way to the cause of humanity. At the end of the Second World War, also the European colonial empire started to decline, and this made way for the decolonization of nations like India, Philippines, and most of Africa. In a similar way, this crisis will break some monopolies presently held by some multinationals and big corporations, making way for new entrants. So change brings opportunities. So all you need to do is to be on the lookout and prepare to take advantage of these changes and opportunities. There are likely to be increased opportunities in areas like medical and health services, in personal hygiene products, in online learning and management services. There will be increased opportunities in disaster and emergency service consultancy, in industrial cleaning services, in e-commerce and digital services, in local supply of raw materials, in food production, in agriculture, and the work from home opportunities will increase. So what can I do as an individual? Some people ask. Friends, think of the biblical story of David and Goliath. Who would have imagined that the solution to the big, gigantic problem in Goliath was in a small stone in the hands of a small boy, David? Yes, in the same way, the solution to this big problem could be in that small idea in your mind. That's why you should not ignore it. God knew hundreds of years before you were born that a time like this will come, and He has equipped you with what you need to handle it. Do not deny the world the privilege of your idea. Don't ignore that idea. Don't sit on it. Bring it forth. It may not be a time to make big bets on projects, but you can use an agile methodology where you package a minimum viable product, send it to the market, get feedback, enhance on it, and scale it using digital technology. Friends, there are so many problems, obviously, but all you need to do is think about the many problems and get a solution to one of them. There are solutions you can offer even from the comfort of your home using your smartphone. Yes. Do you know that the smartphone you have has more computing power than the rocket that took man to the moon many years back? Yes. Technology gives you power but does not tell you what to do with that power. That is why you need to think and come up with solution and use digital technology to power it. So, friends, it is not a time to look up abroad for help. The help may not come from abroad. It is a time to think and take action. So, friends, think opportunities, think tomorrow, think positive, think digital.